and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading.
I'm here. I was just I'm looking at Apple, and just full disclosure. I like Apple down below the 50-day. Now, here's it's a daily chart. I've got to put on my do not disturb. I'm not happy with the Apple valuation, but historically, when it, over this time period, when it's traded under its daily, it's been a pretty good buy. And you go to weekly, and we're not under the 50-day. And so you can see if the weekly gets under the 50-day, it's been an even better time to buy. But you're just at the 21. So, morning, Jacob. Morning, Chris. Morning, Donnie. Yeah. So, Cleveland Cliffs got killed. Palantir is crazy. Tesla's up. Yeah. NVIDIA is an interesting one. We're going to go over that one because they're getting sucked into the whole SMCI issue. I find that interesting. So, okay. And I'm going to do a deep dive into Trendspider at the end of the podcast. The end, not the beginning. So, I'll mention the sale, but I'll do a little bit more deep dive into how I particularly use it, because I had a bunch of people sign up yesterday. And the real question is, that people want to know is, well, how do I use this? And do I manage my portfolio? Do I trade stocks? And it's all of the above. I mean, it's just a software that is so good. And this AI, I still haven't I haven't used the AI trading models. And the reason I haven't, it's just I didn't have time. I mean, the models here are great. You can basically create your own freaking LLM. I guess it's a small language. Shark Ninja, I have not bought it. It's on my watch list. I don't think the 4 hours gotten you in. No, 4 hours hasn't gotten you in. But I mean, this is alert me when this happens. So I've got an alert. I think I've got an alert. Yeah, let me clone. Alert name. Buy. Well, I'm waiting for the MACD to really hit me up and say bye. But I'm not rushing into it. TLN, is it the nuclear one? Talon Energy? No, buy it. I think you're fine with TLN, but you got to believe in, nuclear energy. And that's a clear, if you're holding it, hold it. But I don't own this one. I mean, full disclosure, I don't own this one. I do think that nuclear is a good opportunity, but I think you okay. XOM. I think they had their earnings, Exxon here. They had their earnings. This is one that has traded in a range and it's gone back to that range. So, this particular one, you can see right there at 120. It just rejects off 120. More, Mike. But that one has an entry. Let's see. We're going to go CRM and ITB. ITB, which is the home builders. This is an interesting one because we've had a nice little run up and then a pullback, but that trend is still clear. Interesting one. Bitcoin and crypto. Let's look at that. Do nothing in that. Let's look at income ETF. I should probably change it to income ETFs. It's covered calls, but energy names. Ooh, energy. Big day in energy. XLE. The sector got a XOM, FANG, which is down, Venom or Viper, whichever one you prefer. I should probably put nuclear into that. Leveraged ETFs, QQQ, Nail, which is the home builders, and QQQD, which is down 1.5%. The Qs are up 1.5%. No, this is leveraged. Okay, that's leveraged. That's triple leverage. Yup. Low cost ETFs. Low cost ETFs. This is VSS, VEA, and VXUS. And I probably should put a bunch more in there, to be honest, but XLE we're going to put up here. Those are spider sectors. That's a good one always to scan that list. Watch list, Rivian, before their earnings. Tech, Frog, which is up 3%. MHO, Melly, and Boeing. Boeing is up because the strike is over, but that's a shit show of a company, so I do not want it. We're going to go look at the Dow. Wow. Nike, Boeing, Intel, CRM. Well, I already have CRM. That is up there. Let's look at the NASDAQ. CTSH, CSGP, GILD, FANG, which we have, Melly, and Intel. Why isn't Melly on my watch list? This should be on my watch list. It is. Okay. It's in the Peru portfolio as well. Should probably just delete that Peru portfolio. I don't look at it anymore. You know, at some point I got to go in here and clean. This is the problem with, I think, every piece of software is sometimes you just don't, you create something, but you don't look back on it. Gilead is in there and Intel is in there. Okay, we got all our scans. We're going to go back to the strategy tester. And that is, okay, and we're going to do Trendspider. I use, oh, why is this? This is so fucked up. Okay, hold on. I quit my notes, and then I'm going to open them up again. It's like glitching at the end of the... Okay, what the hell happened? There we go. Things I use. Strategy. Tester. Is the algorithms. Market scanner. The scans for entries or even for trading from a watch list. Watch lists. And that's probably it. Okay. Morning, Mark. Now, and Jacob, I will tell you, if you're getting into Shark Ninja, don't do it because I said so. Take a look. I mean, you know, that's the whole goal of this is not to give you ideas on, the whole goal is to give you ideas, not necessarily to say, oh my God, follow me. That's button hooking right there on MicroStrategy. I think the algorithm's going to get you out if we go down, but it's up 3%. It just keeps hanging on. Now, VRT, this is one that it did get you out. I sold some at 106. We're trading at 106, ironically. I think we dipped down to like 102 yesterday. We dipped down to the low 104. Yeah. So, Daisy, stop it. I think I'm behind on my own. I like to see like what you guys see. So I do see, okay, the screen looks okay. The screen didn't look okay on seasonality yesterday, but it is what it is. Okay, and the Qs, we're going to look at the Qs. So I will open up some stuff today. We're going to look at this week on Earnings Hub. We actually have a bunch, but Viking went up and it went down. Nuclear thoughts on CEG and PG were way down, but TLN and VST somewhat down somewhat. I think they'll be volatile, but I think it's clear we need power. So BRK.B, I posted this. This is the best look at Berkshire shifting their portfolio. Apple, they've reduced it by 59%. Bank of America, they've only reduced it by 6%. Chevron, they've reduced a little bit. They added to their Coke and they added to their Amex. So I thought that was interesting. MPLX had their earnings. They missed, and the stock is up 1%. I mean, they're just going to continue to give back. Arista, or this is Astera Labs, went crazy, up 22%. And so this one, this is a good analyst article on this one that was published October 28th. And he's had a good one there. HIMS destroyed their earnings and announced a generic for Novo's GLP-1. Palantir, I don't know what to say about this, but it is what it is. We'll look at the chart. But, God. This is an NVIDIA strategy. The strategy enters 2 weeks before earnings and exits the close on the day. Results since NVIDIA went public, and they have it ready to import. So it beats, buy and hold. So, or if you just want to, hold NVIDIA during a time when it may go up. But NVIDIA is moving SMCI orders. These are 5 scenarios that SMCI could go through today or the next 30 days. It's just, it's a shit show. These are great videos on SMCI. There's 2 of them. I thought they explained it extremely well. NVIDIA pulled ahead of, you know what? I'm going to do this. We're going to go and look at FinViz. There's FinViz. And we're going to look at Screener, and we're going to take the index, the S&P 500, and then we're going to sort it by market cap. So they still have, for a brief time, I guess NVIDIA went above Apple in their market cap. So they're virtually $300 billion. It's just a hair. We'll look at that. The biggest stock movers of the day, obviously Palantir and stuff like that. I'm going to go over to Seeking Alpha as well. And we're going to go to my analysts. Let's see. We'll go to Wall Street Breakfast. Okay. Are these the latest comments? Nobody comments. Okay, let me see. You got some comments here. Yeah, Jacob, I'm the same way. I like Shark Ninja. And go into Walmart. Go to Walmart and just walk down the like I said, the vacuum aisle. Or even the blender aisle. My Walmart didn't have them last time I did. And I ordered on Prime Day. I brought this up on the Wall Street Breakfast actually thing. Chris, my comment about Palantir is I got it wrong, just like I got Tesla wrong in the past. And at some point, valuation just doesn't matter. And I think that point is right now, but we'll go over it. Okay, I'm going to hit record. I'm going to do the podcast. I think it'll be, hopefully, I'm trying to get, and then seasonality, political, unusual options, variance explorer, smart lists, and the ability to email or alert you with scans every morning, trading bots, the AI features built in, other custom indicators like go, no go, let me see, Trendspider blog, let's see, software updates, market commentary, trader interviews. They haven't done these in a while. Case studies, technical analysis, promotions, strategies. Let's see. Tools. Solutions. Resources. I never, this is the part of the problem with Trendspider is it's so deep and there's so many little things. There's a cool store that they have too. Yeah, there we go. Third-party scanners and indicators. What's this simple trader? Whoa. Squeeze Pro. Whoa. That's a bit steep for me. Go no go indicator still there. Yeah. In the store. Put that in. Okay. Morning, Scott. We'll go over this. We'll pull this back to before here. Okay. And I'm going to go over the Qs. Okay. I got everything opened up. Okay, I'm going to hit record now. It's 8:30. I think some economic data may have just come out. Let me see if Seeking Alpha has any news. You know what? I like this. Trending in most active stocks. This was interesting to me because Plug Power is up 20%. Why would I even, one day change 20%? Global Star is up 31%. The Mosaic is up 5%. Cleveland Cliffs was down 1%. Constellation Energy was down 12%. I'll go over the nuclear stuff. But yeah, seasonality, top win rates, AVGO in November, 100%, Costco, 100%, Texas Instrument, 100%, Sherwin-Williams, 100%, Synopsys, 100%. So, yeah. We'll kind of I'll go over that. Okay. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, November 5th. As my Asian girlfriend said to me this morning, happy erection day. It's erection day, folks. It's erection day. Get out there and vote. It's erection day. Yeah. I'm just looking forward to never receiving another text from Kamala or Donald and telling me how in danger we are. Because the reality is we're not in danger. This is all political speak. I'm not worried about it. Cast my vote like any good, slightly liberal. I voted every day since October. So I've done my part. Every day I've gone over there and voted as a different person. So I've done my part as a slightly, liberal leaning, fiscally responsible. I don't want to spend a ton of money. But again, I'm middle of the road. I don't care who you vote for. Doesn't change my opinion of you. Shouldn't change your opinion of me. We are all Americans. That's the key point about this. And I'm not taking a high road here. I just don't think that, these guys, everything that they promised, neither one of them is going to get anything through because Congress is just a freaking backwall. So it is what we end. So today we're going to go over Palantir. I got that one wrong. We're going to go over SMCI. Because maybe I got that one wrong too, getting out of that one. We're going to go over HIMS, ALAB, MPLX. They released earnings. We're going to go over a couple of things. I will save my Trendspider pitch until the end. But I just want to point out, Black Friday deal is phenomenal. Had a bunch of people sign up last night touting how good these deals are. So it's not just me. It's everybody that has been listening for a while and has been on the fence. Take advantage of it. Because you do. This says log in to change your plan, but if you don't have an account, it's because I'm logged in. If you don't have an account, this will offer you two choices. It will offer you a great discount, okay, a fantastic discount, which is what you're seeing right now. All of these tiers, $45 a month. That used to be $54, so you're saving 15%, 50% on this enhanced plan off for the first year. And then the key point, the advanced, 75% off. This is huge. And why is this one huge? Because this one, the advanced plan, it offers you unlimited one-on-one training. Unlimited one-on-one training from Trendspider. That is, if you're new to trading, that is the benefit that you have with the advanced. It's one-on-one training. And they will help you set up your screen. They will help you understand the actual indicators. They will help you look at it. They will help you set up all of your strategies. What I do, if you didn't want this one-on-one training, what I do for the enhanced or the standard, whichever one works for you, I give you my 4-hour algorithm. I give you all my watch lists. I give you my scanners. I'm going to wait until the end to go over all of the details of that. Just understand, the more you wait, the more you will pay. If you take advantage of the free 7-day trial, I will only send you my tools when you become a paying subscriber. That's just it. But if you want to try the tool beforehand and you want to try the AI stuff, that's where you're going to go into. That's where the 7-day free trial really helps. There's no risk in trying it. You're just going to pay a little bit more. But if you're on the fence and you want to try it, again, a free 7-day trial, I'll wait until the end to go into everything. Now, most of you who have listened, and I don't think everybody listens to every episode, but you'll know I did my Wall Street breakfast with Seeking Alpha the other day, and this is crazy. They have 5.74 million followers. I don't have that many followers, so hopefully I get some new folks coming on from here. But what I'd like you to do, it's a gentleman's agreement. I don't ask for much. Go over, if you're a Seeking Alpha subscriber, even if you're not, just go over to the Wall Street Breakfast. I think this is part of the free tier. And just comment. Can't wait for Gary from Daily Stock Picks to come on. That's it. Just go to the lady and comment below and say, we're really looking forward to that. He's talked about it. Even if you want to go to their Spotfiy and comment, just like you comment to me, just go and comment. Can't wait for Gary from Daily Stock Pick. Just make sure that they know that. Because I'd like to go on. I think I did well. I think I really did well. So let's look at the Qs. The Qs, where'd we go? We got out, again, a couple of days ago. This was November 1st. We got out with a 3.59% gain. You don't have confirmation. And I talk about this a lot. And this is just, if you're watching the market every day, look at confirmation. If you don't know what confirmation is, go to the link tree. Okay. Go to the Daily Stock Pick Substack. Okay, that's the newsletter. That's the free newsletter. And you can go down to the Education Center. Okay, I've got video courses. And the video course number 1, what is confirmation in a stock chart? I will show you everything that you need to know about confirmation. And those that know what confirmation is know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have confirmation. So do I expect this market to go rip-roaring up? No. We're on, as I said, erection day. It's erection day, folks. Erections go up, but they ultimately come down unless you have to go to the hospital. If you've experienced something for 4 hours or more, then again, if you're standing in line for 4 hours or more, you may want to go to the hospital because early voting was available for you. You didn't have to spend 4 hours in line, but again, we have no confirmation, and we can look at SPY. Because I put in all those support levels that all of the freaking people had said, hey, these are the support levels. Look, the previous all-time high, 565, I think that's where you get to. I just don't see a ton of volatility coming up. I don't want to get out of the market. We're not going to know tonight who wins the election. My hope is that somebody wins tonight and it's clear who the winner is, and then we're over with it. Because I don't want to receive another Kamala thinks, hey, this is Kamala and the world is in danger, or Trump telling me that the Democrats are our enemy. No, they're Americans, dude. They're Americans. They're not your enemy. We're all Americans. And again, even a Republican is not an enemy. Nobody's an enemy unless you're trying to disrupt a free and fair election. That's it. I have plenty of people. One thing I will tell you, I don't care who you are. When you go to vote, thank that poll worker, because those people are freaking volunteers. Who would volunteer for something like that? They have to wear emergency beepers and bulletproof vests here in Georgia because there are dangers for them. Again, I'm not volunteering, but I certainly appreciate those brave people who are volunteering. So just thank a poll worker. One thing I do want to point out to you too, I got asked about, hey, are you trimming Apple? There is a listener, a founding member of the newsletter who sent to me yesterday. He's got a huge Apple position, and he said, hey, are you trimming? And my response back, no. At this point, I'm not trimming. Up here at 228, I was trimming. I was selling some of my tax advantage, some of my IRA and retirement. But at this point, I'm not trimming. If I didn't have an Apple position, I'd be looking at starting to buy. And am I buying right now? No, but I'm looking to start to buy. And the reason is, if you look at this 4 hour, it's under the 50-day. Okay, we go to the daily, it's under the 50-day. The last few times it's been under the 50-day, hasn't always worked out right away, but in the long term, it's worked out. So you start your position. And I'm not saying that this may not come down to this 200-day at 204, because where were we at the 200-day the last time? It was just February when the stock was super weak. And they're past their earnings, so the catalyst for this is out the door. Apple Intelligence hasn't really been released. The iPhone 16, if you get a new one, it's not super different. So do I expect this one to pop? No, I just don't. So pointing that out, I just want to make sure that you're aware, hey, Apple is still my largest position. At times of weakness, I'm not necessarily trimming, but I'm not adding to it. But if you don't have a position in Apple and for some reason you want to follow a douche on the internet, I would urge you not to. But that's just what I'm looking at. And again, the charts take emotions out of this. I don't care about the valuation of Apple when I look at this chart. When I say, okay, I'm looking at this one trading up here near 228, where it's broken it once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times, and it's come right back down. 5 times, it's come right back down. So in my mind, that's the area where I start to trim. Not down here at 222. I'm giving up $6 a share. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Unless there's some type of danger of this one really coming down. But we're past the earnings. Everybody knows what Apple's going to present. There's no secrets in that. So let's talk about the biggest movers of the day. CLF, Palantir. Okay, we're going to talk about Palantir. Palantir, I've been completely wrong about. We're going to go into it. We're going to go into HIMS because that was up 9%. I'm going to ignore Cleveland Cliffs because even though Cleveland Cliffs is in the core portfolio and it's down 5%, I've made it very clear that this 7% gain was to be listened to, because when you go to a weekly chart, pre-pandemic, okay, pre-January 2020, this was an $8 stock. So don't think that all of a sudden this commodity company, which presents steel to the auto industry, is all of a sudden a double up here. Just because we're in a different year. It's a better company. They're doing things more efficiently. Yes, the MACD is down there, but don't expect them to not maybe go back to this $8, $9. And in pre-market, you're at 12. I would expect $10 to be a bit of a support, and I would also expect this 13 to be a pretty good resistance, which it's providing right now. But those are your biggest movers of the day. Okay? Now, I wanted to point out too, at points in time yesterday, NVIDIA actually went above Apple in market cap. How do you do this? You go over to FinViz. It's free. You go to the screener, you pull up the S&P, and then you sort by market cap. And you can see the largest companies in the world by market cap. Okay? A few years ago, there were no $1 trillion market cap companies. Now you've got 7. 7. Okay? 7 of them. And 2 of them are Alphabet. Okay, if you were to actually take Google and say, okay, what are the 2 of these stocks, 4 and 5, and you were to add up the market cap, I think that's the market cap of the total company. I don't think it's the market cap of each one, but if you were to add that up, that would be a 4 trillion. But I think it is 2 trillion, to be honest with you. I think FinViz just labels it as 1. So, but again, a few years ago, there was word no way a company could be a $1 trillion market cap because that would just be too big and the government would break them up. We have 7. So I thought that was interesting. I wanted to point it out. Now, let's talk about SMCI because I watched these 2 videos, and these are great videos about Nortel and Ernst & Young quitting, blah, blah, blah. If you're holding SMCI, and I said it yesterday, I'm out of SMCI. And this is from October 30th. Okay, this is a Bloomberg interview with this gentleman who's an investor. And they go over great points. If the stock is delisted, I'm just not sure what happens. So then I went to Seeking Alpha and I said, okay, I found this article. 5 scenarios that could define its future with a ratings downgrade. Okay, this particular analyst who has been a buy, he now changes it to hold. He was a buy up here, just like me. He's down 71% since then. It was trading, around $100 or something. You're $26. $26 is where you're at. And I just want to point this out too. NVIDIA is distancing themselves. Now understand, SMCI is the number 3 customer of NVIDIA chips. They are distancing themselves from SMCI. So I would argue they go over the Taiwanese companies where they're shipping them to. None of those are public, so you can't invest in them. But there's 2 that I would invest in. And that's Dell, because I think Dell is going to be a beneficiary of this. They're at 131. We've talked about this trend line up here being broken. I think you regain that trend line. Where'd that trend line come from? It's a weekly. It's a weekly from 2023 where it started its upward and it pulled back. That may be resistance, but it's still an upward trend. If we were to move this, let me see. Remove this ray. We're going to do a new one. We're going to do a new trend line anchored here in March 2023. And if we just put that and touch at least 3 points, you're seeing it's still an upward trajectory. So maybe we've broken that other upward trajectory, but we still have an upward trajectory. So I think Dell is one. And I think VRT, which is the other one. This is Vertiv Holdings. This is one that does cooling racks. Okay, they do cooling of racks. If you go over here to Seeking Alpha, well, we're going to go to a different Seeking Alpha. I'll use this one because it's the article. I do want to point out a cool thing on Seeking Alpha, but VRT, they do, let's go down here to the description, designs, manufactures, and services critical digital infrastructure and lifecycle services for data centers, communication. It's basically cooling. They integrated rack systems, modular solutions, blah, blah, blah. They do cooling stuff. So I think this one, again, it's valuation crazy, absolutely nuts. But I think they benefit from this SMCI just debacle. Nobody's going to order from SMCI, and that's the problem. Because you're so far out on your orders, they're like, well, are these guys even going to be around? Are they going to be able to fulfill? So NVIDIA is diverting their stuff. And if you want an NVIDIA strategy, again, this is why I love Trendspider. We are 2 weeks away from NVIDIA earnings. Does the stock typically rally up to the print? This particular strategy enters 2 weeks before earnings and exits the close on earnings day. Results, they went and back tested it, okay? They went and back tested it for quite a while. They went and back tested it over 25 years. 25 years. It makes you 311%. Total return. 54 positions. Just 54. 67% win rate. Average return, 2.89%. I would argue you want to buy and hold this one, but this is a strategy if you're nervous. And that's what the charts are there for. This is a great strategy. Just import it. Go down, use my newsletter, and then go down and import this strategy, and it will tell you to buy. And you can set up an alert so that you never forget to buy NVIDIA 2 weeks before their earnings. That's it. One of the great portions of Trendspider. Now, earnings. Palantir. This is the humble pie, the hubris. This is the Jim Cramer moment, the hubris of all this. I was wrong. The stock went absolutely crazy. It's up 17% in pre-market. 17%. They beat and raised. This was a quarter that was a drop the mic moment, and they've had them all the time. All the time. Now, I will tell you, the stock is crazy overvalued. Even Wall Street says the average price target is still 31. You're trading at $48. We'll look at the chart in a second. But the valuation is absolutely crazy. And kudos to everybody who didn't listen to a douche on the internet. All of this, by the way, is from U.S. government spending. The U.S. government spending was up 50% quarter over quarter. I would never expect this stock to continue to grow. Do not listen to me. I got this one wrong. This is very much like the Tesla. When I traded Tesla in my personal portfolio back in 2018, and I said, there's no way this one goes up. No way this one goes up. But do not hate me, because the reality of the situation is I am not a Palantir hater. I am just somebody who tries to look at valuation, and sometimes valuation doesn't matter. But Palantir is in the core portfolio, okay? The October 10th, 2023, I purchased 100 shares of this. 100 shares of this. It is up 132%. If you would have just followed me in October 2023 and purchased Palantir, so I'm not a hater. I'm just somebody who got it wrong. I'm not a Palantir hater. So before you at me and say, F you, I'm not listening to you, blah, 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 just understand Palantir is in the core portfolio. It is not like I don't like it. I've left it there. I replaced Snow with Palantir. When it was clear that Palantir was taking over and Palantir was a good business with good management, they still didn't have good profits. But I did pick them in October 2023, and I've held it. I haven't taken it out of the core portfolio. Again, the core portfolio is a great, great thing. But Palantir, they just killed it. And let's go look at the chart. I can't argue with how good this chart looks. Now, do you want to buy it here? I would say no. But, your all-time highs over back here, it's 45, and you're trading at 48. I don't know. I mean, I got it wrong. So if you're buying and holding this one, kudos to you. I would probably take a little bit off the top, but any dip that you want, in my mind, I think you're okay buying. It's one of those stocks where Alexander Karp, who's the CEO, he's a great, great leader. FYI, he's voting for Kamala Harris, just so you know. He's voting for Kamala Harris for a bunch of different reasons. He's very outspoken about it. He's fantastic. His lead investor is Peter Thiel, who is voting for Trump. So I really like Karp as the CEO. Again, you kind of bet on CEOs. For venture capitalists, they bet on CEOs. Karp is just one of those guys that I don't agree with his stance on war. I don't agree with his aggressiveness and sense, but I do agree. He is a fantastic leader who has fantastic ideas, who leads that company incredibly well. And I think he's transformed Palantir into the AI platform that governments around the world want. And that's where I like it. And another one I got wrong, HIMS. HIMS is going to launch a generic for Novo's older GLP-1. And that's part of the price. So Novo Nordisk reports after the bell today, and they're probably going to say the same damn thing that Eli Lilly did. Hey, demand is great, and we're perfectly beating all of the demand supply, because they don't want HIMS to do this. But HIMS is launching a generic version, and HIMS blew it out of the water. They're up 7%. I don't think that this company makes sense right here. I think the valuation makes no sense, but this is running right up in pre-market. You're at 22.10. The average price target, 22.67. There's 12 analysts that cover it. Seeking Alpha analysts love this thing. Latest, Gary Alexander, latest on HIMS. He just had it a strong buy. He's up 25%. He's been right on this one. James Ford had this one. Change to date down 3%. He's up now. October 17th. He's up now. You got Michael Wiggins, who I really like. This guy is up 21% since then. He's up even more now. So again, a lot of people have gotten this right. I've gotten it wrong. The valuation to me in HIMS makes no sense. It just doesn't. I mean, they're not making money. I don't understand it. It's a marketing company. I mean, we talked about erection day. This is erectile dysfunction. Nobody wants to go into the doctor and say, you know what? I got a problem. That's where HIMS comes in. And they do a great job of marketing it. So it is what it is. Astera Labs. I had no idea that this company was going to be this good. But A-Lab is up 22%, I think, in pre-market. Let's see. It's at 86, up 23.47. $86. Now, we have the 200-day. Remember, this was an IPO back in April. Didn't like investing in it. It's only been out 7 months. The algorithm makes you 4%. Buying and holding makes you 35% since you got this one. And the reason, it's up at 85. It IPO'd around 81. Somewhere in that neighborhood, I think. 81. But again, look at this. It's got a gap up here. The valuation makes no sense. But if you want to read about this one, Astera Labs, a hyper growth story in its early chapter. You can read all about it. I will put this in the newsletter. But this one is not covered by the quant. It's a strong buy from Wall Street. There's 12 analysts that cover it. They say it's worth $81. It's trading at 86 right now. They will probably start to cover this one. But oh well, I lost my train of thought. Now, core portfolio, MPLX. This one just keeps going. MPLX missed by 3 cents. The revenue missed by $50 million. It's a pretty big miss. I mean, it's not, it's not nothing. Stock is up 1%. This is one that it's in the core portfolio. It's one that I personally own. It is one that has like an 8% dividend. We can go and look at it from the quant. It's a strong buy. It's a strong buy. The valuation, not crazy. Profitability, good. Growth, decent. Momentum, which is the strongest thing, that's it. Now the forward yield, 8.63%. We can go and look at this one against the S&P. I don't know that it beats the S&P just on, we're going to look at the metrics. We're going to look at total return because the performance, we're going to look at total return, not just price return, because we want the dividend included in that. So when you look at this, the S&P over 1 year has given you 30%, MPLX 31%. This is an energy company. Okay? 3 years. You've gotten return on the S&P 22%. MPLX up 89% with the dividend. 5 years. You look at this, 85% on the S&P, 177% with the dividend, and that includes the dividend. So remember, dividends do matter, but price appreciation is very important as well. You don't want just a company that's going to give you 8%, but then it loses its actual value. MPLX is in the core portfolio because it beats with a huge dividend, and it has continued to appreciate. If we look at a weekly, this is a very strong trend that this is in, and it's an energy company. It's not extended from the MACD. You're not going to trade this one. This is one that you just buy and you hold. And it's an energy company that has continued to pay a huge dividend even through the pandemic. And so I like it. I like it a lot. I personally own it. It just sits there and pays me. Yeah. Now, this is the Berkshire has, we talked about Apple before, and everybody's like, oh my God, Warren Buffett's getting out of Apple. This is the best graphic I have seen that tells you about BRK.B's top holdings changes, okay? Apple is down 59%. They've reduced their position by 59%. That's huge. Bank of America, they've reduced their position by 8.9%. Chevron by 6.9%. So they're getting out of some of those, but they're adding to Coke and Amex. Now, he's got a huge cash pile. Nobody knows what he's going to do with that cash. But I would argue, if you're worried about Apple, if you're worried about Bank of America, just because Buffett has been doing this, just go and buy Berkshire. Because, again, he's managing that portfolio. And if you want to look at how it's done, we can go and look at Seeking Alpha. We can look at Berkshire versus the S&P. And we'll just go to Berkshire, BRK.B, and we'll pull up a chart. Because he is historically known about beating the S&P. And we're going to select the metrics. We're going to look at total return. Because he does give, I think there's a slight dividend if I'm not mistaken. But he does buy back shares and blah, 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 the whole thing. But look at 5 years. I mean, it beats the S&P. Look at 10 years. It beats the S&P. So over 1 year, doesn't beat the S&P. Over 3 years, it beats the S&P. So from 3 years on, he beats and that's what he's known for, is just slow and steady growth. Now, nuclear, my nuclear thoughts, because we had Constellation Energy go down 12% yesterday. This is all based on that Amazon, and I think it's TLN, but you had CEG, PEG, you had TLN, and VST are down. I think you're going to see a huge volatility around nuclear. Doesn't matter who's in office. Doesn't matter anything. Remember, the decision yesterday wasn't like, hey, you can't do nuclear. It was Amazon. You can't go into a deal with TLN because of just nuclear. You have to play with the other folks. So TLN was like, hey, we're going to get this, Constellation plans to pursue data centers at power, shares plunge as FERC rejects nuclear power deal with Amazon. The FERC basically said, we don't want this deal with Amazon because we don't want to raise prices for consumers. So it's not that nuclear power can't be done. It's that we don't want it going specifically to Amazon and data centers. We want to go to homes too. So I do think that you can buy this dip in nuclear. Look at that chart on TLN. It's bottom left to upper right. You know, Wall Street says that they have 10 analysts that cover this, $216. It's at 170. So Constellation Energy is one. This is the bigger one, and this is one that you could probably get into. And it again, Wall Street says it's 281. It's trading at 228. So, and this has 19 analysts that cover it. So the valuation, a little bit crazy, a little bit nuts for a utility. But again, CEG, PEG, TLN, VST, I think all of those are perfectly fine. I think we need power. I don't think it's going to be going anywhere. Now, Viking Therapeutics. This was one I touted yesterday. It was up like 40%. And it wound up 13% down. Well, why? Production limitations. It wasn't. Viking released the data as part of the presentation. According to media reports Monday afternoon, the sell-off was likely triggered by analyst reports that Viking may face production problems for VK2735, especially for 100 milligrams or higher doses. This is the pill that is a GLP-1. So it pulled back because they may not be able to fulfill orders. VKTX. Let's take a look at it. Because I have said that I think GLP-1, I think this is maybe one that you want to bet on, but it might not be one where you want to go to town on. And the reason is because if we look at a weekly, it's run up quite a bit. And that's it. You're going to play with volatility here. You may come all the way down to your 200-day at 19. You may come to the 50-day at 53. But it's clear those Bollinger Bands are cinching up and you have confirmation. I would argue that it's looking more towards the upside than it is the downside. But it's expensive. They are not making money. And that's the issue. Wall Street says it's a strong buy. Average price target, 112. That is 78% upside. There are 13 analysts that cover this, so they know better than us. But they are not making money. You can't say the valuation's a beat. They are not making money. The growth, they are not making money. Profitability, they are not making money. Momentum, fantastic. Okay, revisions, it's a C. Because there's as many people taking up earnings per share as taking down, and nobody's betting on revenue. So this is a bet. It is not something that you want to throw your money at and YOLO. At least me. You know, if you want to do it, go at it. Go at it. I'd rather see you in over in Lilly because they are making money. Now, let's look at some earnings. Because this is Earnings Hub. I love this one. We got SMCI. This is going to be a shit show. I don't know what to expect. I don't know how they're going to say anything. I don't know what they're going to do. Celsius. This is one that has been beaten up. This is tomorrow morning. Celsius. Okay. The Celsius, their expectation is 3 cents per share. They reported 28 cents per share. And I've been seeing on some of the socials that these folks, you know, you can't get a Celsius on the stock shelves, that it's all sold out. That would be interesting. So I bring that up just as an interesting one. Do your own due diligence. We talked about GLP-1s, Novo Nordisk. Their expectation, 88 cents. Last time they reported 65 cents. So you're looking at a raise. And then tomorrow afternoon, you have core portfolio, Qualcomm. We went over the iPhone, how many chips are in the iPhone, and how they haven't been able to do it. Now, $2.33 was reported last time, $2.56 this time. That's going up. ARM. You can't design a chip these days without ARM and that fee. So ARM is going to be interesting. They are expected to report a decline in earnings per share and a decline in revenue. Might be interesting. Melly, this is the Amazon of Latin America. Chart looks good. I mean, you know, you want to look at the price on the chart. If we look at a year to date, you're up 31%. That's fantastic. Chart looks really good. AppLovin. AppLovin is a alpha pick. And this is a great alpha pick. This is one of their leaders. The price on this one, it is up, let's see, 299% year to date. Earnings, they're expected to do 92 cents per share, $1.13 billion. Those are both raised. Now we have HubSpot and we have Wolfspeed, which is, we have Energy Transfer, and we have IONQ. I think IONQ was down here. There's IONQ. We have IONQ. This is quantum computing. I know some of you guys love to YOLO this. They're not making money, and they're expected to lose more money than they did last time. I would expect some volatilities on this. Now, when you look at the chart and you look at year to date, it's up 15%. I would expect some volatility. Now, one that reports today after the bell is CLOV. I don't see it in here. I have to look for it. Let's look at CLOV, because CLOV, when you look at and you go here, they are reporting, let's see, stock summary. They're expected to lose 4 cents per share and $346 million, which is an increase in revenue, but a declare. This is tomorrow afternoon. Okay, this is tomorrow afternoon. And when you go to Seeking Alpha, we're going to go over to Seeking Alpha right now, because I want to show you it is one of the top stocks when you go over here to top stocks. It is the number 2. So it's a strong buy, and it's been a strong buy for a while. It's been a strong buy since it was at $2. It's trading at $4.33. So you've doubled your money since August, just since August, and it's been in an upward trajectory. Valuation isn't crazy. Growth is really good. Profitability good. The momentum is fantastic. So I would argue that this one is an interesting one because Kramer hated it. Kramer said, do not get into this one, blah, blah, blah. He hated it. Hated it. So it's an interesting one. Now, let's look at the 4-hour algorithm on this, because the 4-hour algorithm has you in at $4.12. Now, the 4-hour algorithm makes you 110% versus buying and holding makes you 181%. You win only 30% of the time with the algorithm. But of recent, you've won on the algorithm. If we look at a long-term chart, you can see we're trading just above the 200-day. But the 200-day is declining. So if the 200-day continues to decline and the 50-day continues to move up, you're going to see some type of golden cross, but with a declining 200-day. And that's not good, but it's not bad, because for that 50-day to continue to decline, you're going to have to continue to see this one goes up. Now, from a Wall Street standpoint, again, the average price target, $3. There's 3 analysts that cover this, so take it with a grain of salt. That's 29% down. So it is what it is, but I like that one. Thursday before the bell, you have Under Armour's, which I actually love. I bought a bunch of Under Armour at the thing. You have VST, and you have Gold, which is interesting because this is Barrick Gold. Gold miners have beaten the S&P this year. This one might be an interesting one because they reported 32 cents last time. Estimate 31 cents. Increased stuff. So Thursday after the bell, we have Airbnb, Rivian, Square, Trading Desk, which I really like, DraftKings, Net, ANET, Fortinet, Pins, Unity, Toast, and GCTT. So I do like earnings this week. I like it coming up. It should be good. Now let's go into Seeking Alpha, because what I wanted to point out is this great module right here, which shows seasonality top win stocks. At your homepage on Seeking Alpha, you can customize this. And so I've got a bunch of these, but I wanted to point out top win rate seasonality. AVGO, 100%. Costco, 100%. Texas Instrument, 100%. Sherwin-Williams, which just got added to the S&P, 100%. Okay. Synopsys. These are large cap. This is in the S&P 500. So this is in the S&P 500, 100%. When you get to December, Broadcom has an 80% win rate. Remember, in November, they had a 100% win rate. So that's really good. You can go to mid caps and look at mid caps. Then you can go to small caps and look at the 100% win rates. And I like that. You can look at the trending and most active stocks. Did you know Constellation Energy was down 12%? Look at that one in the morning, and you can probably expect it to be up the next day. BCE, again, without a catalyst that moves it down, you could probably win on that one the next day. Plug Power was up 20%. So I like Seeking Alpha, and you can get the bundle. We talked about Alpha Picks all the time, how that portfolio is great. You can save $159 off this bundle by going to my Linktree, linktr.ee/daily stock pick. And you can go to it's down below, whatever the address is down below. But you got the bundle up offer. You got Seeking Alpha Premium. If you want to buy just Seeking Alpha Premium, just for that homepage, you can import your portfolio. It does an analysis of your portfolio. Or you can just get Alpha Picks, or just throw your money into Webull. Again, support the podcast there. Let's go to some social requests. So Jay from Spotfiy says, I'm interested in your take on NVDY. To add to my NVIDIA exposure. Seems like a good ETF, though I've never invested in this style ETF before. What are your thoughts? Well, it's go to Seeking Alpha because my thought is that it serves a purpose, but it's not my purpose. NVDY, which is a yield max. So what this does is it plays options, and it gives you a certain percentage over the year. You will make 71% is what the forward yield is, but it's not guaranteed. That's just what they've paid out before. It's just expected that you're going to do that. So if we take a look, and this is what I want to show you, NVDY over the last year, we're going to select metrics because I want to look at the total value. Okay, I want to look at the total return. I don't want to just look at the value of buying that. I want to look at the total return, and then I'm going to select symbols. I don't care about the S&P 500, but I do want to look at NVDA. Okay, NVDA, we're going to look at the return of NVDA. This serves a purpose. So NVDY, this includes the dividend. NVDY is going to make you over 1 year 134%, whereas NVIDIA makes you 197%. Okay, 3 years. This one doesn't go back as far, but the point is, even over 6 months, you're making more in NVIDIA than you are in NVDY. Over 1 month, you're doubling. NVIDIA makes 8.95%. NVDY gives you 5%. Now, it doesn't make sense to go down 5 day because we don't know if the dividend's been paid. They kind of trade on the same thing. It doesn't make sense. You're underperforming. Invest in a company because NVDY is not a company. If you go over here and you look at expenses, you're paying 1%. What are you paying 1% for? You're paying 1% for them to trade options for you and to collect the premium. It is an incredibly hard process to do. So the 1% isn't bad. But why do people buy this? They buy it because they don't have money to actually invest in NVIDIA. So they'll invest in something like this, get paid the dividend for a smaller, and then start using that money to actually buy NVIDIA. If you've got an NVIDIA investment, if you've got cash, I always say, I don't care about income. That's not my thing. If you care about income, some of these might make sense. But for me, not my thing. But Jay, do your research, find out a little bit more. Again, I had this discussion with Austin Hankwitz. He posted how great it is that his $100,000 investment or $400,000 investment in SPYI gives him a ton of money each month. He pays his bills with that. That's just a thought process. And it's the same thing. This is just using yield and the premium to actually make you money. That's all it's doing, but you're paying a huge expense. So it's not my thing. I know it's out there, but don't expect to outperform the actual asset. Even in a down market, you probably will not outperform the actual asset. So, but these things haven't been tested in an actual bear market. They came about after the 2022 bear market. So I've never been a fan. Nick asked me, hey, what's the best ETFs funds for long run? I'm not an expert. Nick, I'm a douche on the internet, but I will tell you, I'm not an expert, but I personally use VOO and QQQ. And then I choose sectors. And how do I choose sectors? You go over here and you go to Seeking Alpha and market data. And I think this is part of the free tool, but you can use U.S. equity sectors. This has the 11 spider sectors. Just choose a sector that you like. And so it's not hard. You don't have to, what do I think the best ETFs for long term? It's all the Vanguard ones. Just type in VOO Vanguard and you will get a list of Vanguard funds. Okay, they're low cost. If you want to just buy and hold a bunch, you can buy and hold a bunch. I don't invest outside the U.S. I've been told that's a mistake. I don't think so. I bet on the U.S. That's the only place I invest. Outside the U.S., it's single stocks. But Apple has exposure to the world. Microsoft has exposure to the world. Amazon has exposure to the world. With all of their AWS stuff. So again, those stocks that I have, Google, exposure to the world. So those single stocks, I have exposure to the world. I'm fine with it, but you've got to set up your portfolio. Use Eli's AI prompts to look at your portfolio and have it suggest some ETFs to you. But I'm not an expert in ETFs and index funds, and I don't know that I would guide you because I'm not a financial analyst. That's it. Now, some scans. We've got Exxon with a buy. I think Exxon's a $120 stock. I don't think you buy here at $118. And where'd that 119 come from? Well, look at this. All the way back to February 2023. It can't hold above 120. You have their earnings already done. So what's the catalyst to get up there? It's just the price of oil. That's all it is. CRM. We talked about CRM having a great option, a great run, and it hasn't reached all-time highs. Well, it's probably going there. The 4-hour algorithm gets you in. Let's see. Did it just add to it? Yeah, 219. And it's just saying, hey, right now, MACD's crossing up again. We're going to go. That's it. ITB, XLE, energy. We talked about Exxon. There's a bunch of energy names. XLE is one. XLE has a cross up here at $89. You see, 93 has been a resistance. This one, the golden cross just happened. You're getting in below the 200-day. I like it. I like it. You know, there's a bunch of them. Leveraged ETFs, KOM, NAIL, QQQD, low-cost ETFs, VSS, VEA, VXUS. Go and get the Daily Stock Pick newsletter. The newsletter is free. It is free. Just all of the scans will be down there. So now I am going to go into Trendspider. I'm going to go into detail on Trendspider about what I use. And the reason is because we have this Black Friday sale. And I want you to know how I use this. Okay, there are three main things that I use. And the first is the strategy tester over here on the left. The strategy tester backtests and refines your strategies. So what you do is you put in my 4-hour algorithm has an entry and an exit. Okay, you see it up here on XLE. You can see it on Apple. It has a clear entry and exit. I use this not only to trade, like MicroStrategy, great option. Because I want to trade MicroStrategy on a technical basis. And how do I do that? I use my 4-hour algorithm and I backtest it. It doubles buy and hold. I win 50% of the time. So it's a coin flip whether I win. Average win, 48%. So 50-50 on an average win of almost 50%, I'm all in. I don't care about the fundamentals. I don't care about looking at seeking alpha. I don't care about anything. That's how I use Trendspider. Okay? That is how I use the strategy tester on that. Something like Apple. Do I buy in and out every time the algorithm tells me? No. The algorithm makes you 39% over 24 months. Buying and holding makes you 49%. You win 30% of the time. So you lose 70% of the time. So what do I use the algorithm for on Apple? It's, hey, I want to look at a chart where it tells me to enter. And then I can look at the chart and say, do I have confirmation? What are the Bollinger Bands doing? Where's the MACD? Where's the RSI? I personally very well know how this chart moves. So understanding the way the chart moves with the stock, that's what I use Trendspider for. Trendspider is an all-in-one tool. It's a chart platform. So if you can't afford Trendspider, if these prices are too much for you to spend, just go and get a charting platform. You can get a desktop software from Webull. Webull is right here. It is free. You can use their desktop software. Just get a charting program. And that's what you can do. Trendspider just takes the training wheels off and it gives you so much more. The second thing I use is this market scanner. Every day, before when I record the podcast, I go in and I scan for stocks, and I scan for ones that are bullish on a lot of different watch lists, and we'll go into the watch list a little more. This is the S&P index. You got Boeing, you got Intel, you got CRM, you got Gilead, you got XOM, you got NKE, which is Nike. You got all of these with entries into the 4-hour. And you can go back to the strategy tester, and you can go to the 4-hour on Nike because you just scanned and you saw it. And you can look at this and say, ooh, it just got me in at 77.45. Well, you know what? The performance on the 4-hour algorithm on Nike, it makes you 4% over 24 months. If I just bought and held, it loses me 15%. I don't know this chart very well, but when I go to a weekly, I can see this is upper left to bottom right. Not sure I want to take that bet. So that's how I use Trendspider. And up here in the upper right, you'll see there are our watch lists. And so I have a ton of watch lists for people when you sign up. I give you the Bitcoin and crypto ETFs. I give you the core, the core portfolio. I give you covered call ETFs. These are income ETFs. Okay, that's like a RYLD or QYLD, those that pay you a huge dividend on a monthly basis. I give you energy names that I have traded and owned. I give you leveraged ETFs. I give you low-cost Vanguard. I give you the spider sectors to scan against. I give you the daily stock pick watch list. Okay, those are all ones that I've developed and I give you. But I use those on a daily basis to scan against and to update. Other tools that I use within Trendspider is something like the seasonality. Okay, down here in the bottom right, I have seasonality. I can see October was a great month for Apple over the last 26 years. Now, November and December, two of the weaker months. They're not weak by any means, but they're two of the weaker months over the last 26 years. And then you get into January and it's good. February's bad. But then you get into March, April, they're pretty good. And July and August are two of the best months. Now, October, I use that seasonality. Okay. There's also political buys. I don't even know how to get to it. I don't use that. You can see all of the portfolio of Nancy Pelosi. Let me see what's happening now. You can see, news, Congress trading, all of the Congress trades. You can see somebody traded NVIDIA on looks like Nancy Pelosi, NVIDIA, Tuesday, July 30th. Oh, I have it filtered for Nancy Pelosi. That's what it is. We have it filtered for Nancy Pelosi. So she made NVIDIA buy on Friday, Tuesday, 20th. So you can see all that. All of that stuff's in here. Unusual options, I don't use. I don't use unusual options. Unusual options are right here. You can see there's a QQQ, unusual option. Somebody bought a put, 487, expires November 5th. Unusual options, I don't use it. Variance Explorer, which is part of the strategy tester. If you go into the strategy tester and you look at the 4 hour, we're going to look at the 65 minute and then say, we'll run it. And then you can look at the Variance Explorer to see how does this actually compare. And you can put in different types of symbols. You can look at the depth. You can put in a bunch. But Variance Explorer, I don't use it. I should, but I don't. Smart List, the ability to email yourself every morning. All the scans. The scans that I do them live on YouTube. But the scans, I don't need to do them. I could have them just emailed to me. But I like to show people what I do because I use Trendspider. That's it. Trading bots. You can launch this. If you open up a brokerage firm that is supported by Trendspider, you can just have it automatically trade. My MicroStrategy position, I could just have it automatically fill with a buy or a sell order. That's one of the benefits of Trendspider. AI features that are beginning to get built in. This is an AI training module. Okay. You can create a model. We're at all-time highs. Go back to 2022 when we were at all-time highs, the November 2021. Train the model on how it worked on 2022, and then go in and develop a strategy using any. The AI model will go in and find you the indicator that works best on a time frame that you want, on a stock that you want. It is unbelievable that how powerful this tool is. It's just the beginning. It's still in beta. But it's good. Now, other things that I use, or I should be using, Trendspider, all of these. This is the trading tools store. They give you typical volume by day. They give you per session volume they give you full-time frame. They give you all of this stuff. Okay, so you can import all of this stuff into your setup. And they want you to succeed. The reason they are offering this advanced tier at $55 a month, with free unlimited one-on-one training, the reason they offer that, when I asked the CEO, are you sure it's unlimited one-on-one training? Do you want me to promote that, or is there some type of restriction? He said, we want people to use the platform and understand what they are using. This is a quote, we love training people. And I can tell you, I was a paying customer before I became an affiliate. The reality of Trendspider is everything that I ever needed, every question I needed answered, they were there with a pretty full in-depth response. Like, for instance, and I'll just share this, Jason. And Jason will always be, he's a product expert. He's worked his way up through the ranks in Trendspider. You guys may know him, Jason Krutsky on Krutsky Trades on Twitter. He's a fantastic product expert. Just a guy who just understands this backwards and forwards. My friend and I, when we developed the 4-hour algorithm, we thought Heiken Ashy candles up here were the like the best. And we were saying, you know, again, 4-hour algorithm, performance chart, 77% on QQQ. It makes you 77% over 2 years. If I were to change this to Heiken Ashy, and then I were to run this, and it were to look at it, the actual performance chart changes, and it looks at it stuff different. Let me see. Heiken Ashy. There we go. It won't run. Okay, so they changed. No. They didn't change it. Yeah, they did change it. You can't run it on Heiken Ashy anymore. So, but we changed it to Heiken Ashy, and I guess they stopped allowing you to do that. But the Heiken Ashy candles, they were giving us that crazy thing. And Jason wrote back, and he wrote this in-depth, like 4-page answer about how Heiken Ashy is actually calculated, and the returns that we were getting were completely false. So again, they're there to help you and to guide you. And that's why I say this for any beginner, this advanced platform, to take them up on it. For $670, the additional $100 that you get, what course can you get for $100 that gives you a full year? And then, you know, at next year, you can just move down. I am so confident that you will love this tool as long as you put in the work. It's not something where it's plug and play and all of a sudden you understand it. No, it will take work. But you see how much I use it. I love this. I love it. Now, that's the entire thing. Now, remember, I still use Seeking Alpha. And this bundle is the best price, $159 off. So don't miss out on that. I hope all of you are in Palantir. I hope all of you have bought the dip on nuclear. I hope all of you those of you that have you know, the cojones with the erection day coming up, with Erection Day today. I hope that anybody that stayed in SMCI, I hope I made a mistake and that you make a ton of money. That's it. Take care. I will see you tomorrow. Hopefully we know tomorrow who the president is, but I doubt it. Okay, take care. See you. Bye. Okay, let me look at your comments. Oh, my back is hurting because I have to lean up here. I think it's the chair. I think we figured it out. Oh man, you guys had a lot of comments. Let's see. Man, I got to read a lot. Fi, you guys were busy while I was talking. Wah. Good morning, Scott. I'm back in DVN here under 40. DVN, yeah, I think I'm in DVN. I have a small position. I think it's like $500 in people. I haven't set up an alert to get in or out, but I think I am still in it. We'll look at that chart. Can we upgrade from what we already have? Yes, Patty, just talk to Trendspider. They'll upgrade you. I mean, I'm not a Trendspider. I'm just an affiliate. I mean, I have nothing to do with billing. You know, I had a guy reach out to me and he had talked to Trendspider and he's like, hey, Trendspider can whitelist or, you know, create a Gary daily stock pick platform and blah, blah, blah. Do you want in? And I said, no, I don't want anything to do with billing. But yeah, you can upgrade. So AJ, Seeking Alpha. So Trendspider is technical. Trendspider for me, you can do fundamentals on there. You can track the PE. You can do all of that stuff for stocks. It's just in a charting platform versus a graphical, like a text layout like Seeking Alpha has. So you can do that. It's a little bit more advanced. But I use Trendspider for technical, and I use Seeking Alpha for fundamental. So I think, just hint, AJ, there is a Black Friday. They haven't told me the discount, but Seeking Alpha is never great with their discounts when they do sales. It's like $20. So I don't know what the Black Friday sale is coming up, but they did alert me that they're having a Black Friday sale and they're just working out the details. They typically, a company typically doesn't tell its affiliates what the sales are going to be because they want you to continue to have people sign up. Trendspider just has this Black Friday sale. It's the best sale of the year. They are not the same. I will tell you, just make sure that it fits within your budget to have both. If I personally had to pick one, I would pick Trendspider and I would use Finviz. Now, I say that knowing that I used Finviz for years, and there's a lot more in Seeking Alpha that Finviz doesn't have, like being able, the quant stuff and being able to look at those 5 categories nice and easily. So I say that knowing that in my world, I need both, but I don't know what fits you. So, and Chris put it together. Yeah. I don't think, do you need both? No, for years, I didn't use either. So don't feel like you need it, AJ. Just understand that, for me, I think it helps people. There is none of these tools are going to make you like a fantastic, unbelievable trader. You still have to do the buying and selling, and you still have to make the decisions yourself. So there's nothing out there that's going to say, okay, this is going to make me a huge profit. There's nothing guaranteed in any of that. You could spend the money on all the tools. Then we go into a bear market and your portfolio could lose 40% because you don't trust it to actually do. So I like having more information rather than less information to actually make decisions. And that's what these things do. So, but you don't need both. Yeah. And the Trendspider stuff, I think Trendspider for me takes emotions out of the trade, and I couldn't use when I jumped from Active Trader Pro, and I used Active Trader Pro for years. But when I jumped from Active Trader Pro to Trendspider, first off, I didn't want to pay, so I used a free trial on Trendspider. They were giving out, and they were still in their infancy. In fact, the screen was like blue and yellow. And so I went in and I did a bunch of stuff, and then they helped me tremendously understand stuff. And then I started paying something like, I think it was around, I want to say $110 a month, $120 a month, because I wanted to be on monthly. And then quickly I realized how powerful the tool was for my psyche. And I said, taking emotions out of the trade really helped. Now, this was during 2020, so you could make a ton of money both times. And I said, okay, if I make $1,000 today trading, then I'm going to, just go to the year. And I went to the year. I just paid for the year. So, can we get the stock values on your screen? Oh, you mean the watch list stuff? Yeah, it's so here. The reason is because I want the chart to show. The chart should show over here. And I pulled it in. I could always, I could pull it in like that, but the chart shows bigger. The chart's what matters. And I like it bigger. And then the core portfolio and stuff. So it's just about the size of the screen. AJ, there is a deal coming. I just don't know what it is. Hopefully they have a good one. Hung. Hung, you may have missed my stuff on SMCI. Scott, you're not dangerous. BLDR. Did they have their earnings? I was out of BLDR. Let's see. BLDR is up 5%. I think this is one that has, if you just use this 214, 210, it hasn't gotten back there. But I do like the trend of this is COVID. And I like, you could use that trend as your support line right there. And I like it to go higher. I mean, that has reset. You're up 5% in pre-market. Let's see, BLB. This was one where they said, hey, it was the lumber prices that came up. It missed Q3 estimates. It's up 6%. Q3 gap earnings missed by 19 cents. Wow, revenue misses by 250 million. It's a company that I think is it's not too expensive. But you look at the PEG ratio with the growth, and they're just not growing like they were. So I think there's a short interest is only 2%. I don't love this one. I got out at a lower price. So, Amorite, I don't know. I think there's better places in the market, but I can't argue with the fact that I think it's going to probably go back to 200 because average price target is 207. But the valuation just doesn't make sense to me. So. Yeah, I agree, Chris. If you're just getting started on charting, and I say this all the time, go and get a free tool. If you're just getting started, you don't want to rely on my strategies and not understand charting, because if you rely on my strategies, you're not learning. I mean, that's where the AI trading models actually comes in. I think you could probably build it even without knowing, but it will take work. I mean, that's the key. AJ, join the private Facebook group. We have these talks all the time in there. Chris doesn't have Facebook, though. He's on Reddit, where I posted a couple things on Reddit and nobody kind of responds. So I don't use half the stuff on and Chris is right. Smart checks lists and stuff like that. And yeah, I'm not worried about Palantir, Scott. I just do get some hate. Morning, Marco. Dan did have, Patty, go and follow Dan Ushman. He had it's x.com/Dan Ushman, USHMAN. Here, I can put this in. He's the CEO of Trendspider, and he's very open about stuff. He had a Zoom meeting on the AI stuff. They will probably have a class and a discussion on it, but it is in beta. So See, that's why I hate Vanguard, Scott. I mean, Fidelity, they may not be allowing you to buy it because there are some issues with retirement funds. I have it in my retirement fund, and sometimes I have to pay taxes on the actual dividends. So I pay taxes on the dividends, but what I do is I take those dividends when I pay taxes on them. Fidelity's figured out a way for me to basically use it as, so I don't pay taxes, double taxes on it. But you do have to pay taxes on it just based on how the revenue was gained for the dividend. So, it's all on Linktree. AJ, how many times do I have to tell you everything is on Linktree? The Facebook group is right up here. All of the socials are right up here. You join every morning. I think you just have to answer the question as to who the host is, and then you're in. I think, but one of the admins will let you in, if not me. I don't know if Scott's an admin on there. I know I'm an admin on there, but you'll get in. I don't think there's a ton of discussion in there. But I post in there. I probably post in there more than I post on Reddit. And the only reason is because I've got like 800 members in there. So let me see. Approve. Okay, you're in. I think some of the admins are. Okay. With that, I am out of here. Let me see. Index check. Let's see. My portfolio. Oh. I'm up 0.40, even though Apple's down? No, Apple's up. The market came back. There must have been something good. Heavy trading volume. It's up 13% to $39. Boy, if there's any issue. Oh, is Palantir about to hit 50? Oh, come on. Where are you? Why are you doing this to me, Trendspider? Yeah. Palantir at 49.66. Trendspider seems to hang up sometimes for me. Specifically when I'm logged in for a while, like the morning here. And then I go and look at some of the stuff. Wow. Just wow that candle. You opened at 47. You're at 40. You're up 4% since it opened. God. Well, I'm glad I own it through an ETF, but Cleveland Clips is down 10%. I mean, I think this one's going back to 10. Okay, I am out. I got to put all this together. You guys have a great day. See ya.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the news. hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.